What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Season 1 Viewer Create a Player updates. There will be no franchise in this episode here. We are simply going to go over all of the creative players that we had made from the viewers in my Twitch channel. We have 21 of them. It looks like 4 of them are in single A still, so no stats. This is at the end of season 1 of the franchise, so end of the 2018 season. So we're gonna look and see some progress here. Again, no franchise, just a viewer create a player update. Keep in mind that some of these for next year, for 2019 MLB The Show, there's going to be some different parameters. We are going to restart a franchise. We are going to reintroduce hopefully more than 21 creative players, which is what I have in this one, with some different parameters. So if you look at this guy right here, Johnny Big Boy, I can't remember whose creative player this was, but if you look, he has all 99s and kind of pissed off the rest of the stats. In MLB The Show 19, things are going to be a little bit different. There's going to be some maximum on some stats, so we cannot run into players like this. There's only a few that created a player like this. The rest were pretty even, pretty well-rounded. So we're going to look real quick. This is Johnny Big Boy. This is cap number 1. He did win the Rookie of the Year, obviously. Playing on the White Sox, was an all-star. His first year hit 48 bombs, hit 100 drove in 110, hit 316. Struck out 184 times, only walked 18 times. So his on-base percentage was only 340. 27 errors in the field. So obviously there's some negatives to creating a player like this, but 48 bombs, 110 RBIs. Surprised he's not a DH. But yeah, so that's Johnny Big Boy. That's number 1. This is another guy, Brad Keg. We'll go over this in my next video, which will be the first video of season 2. But this is Brad Keg. If you see, he is on the Mariners now. He is on my team. He was on the Cubs for the first year, or he was on the Giants. Was traded from the Giants to the Cubs in the offseason, and then had one at bat in their first game. We haven't played a game yet. And then, yeah, now he's on the Mariners. We will discuss that briefly in the start of the next video as to why he's on the Mariners. But Brad Keg here, 22 home runs, 50 RBIs in 127 games played, hit 241. His defense here, not as bad, only 8 errors for Brad Keg. Again, this is a guy, was a little more well-rounded, maxed out power, but a little bit below average contact, but had a little bit of speed in there and a little bit of vision. So that's Brad Keg. Dr. Mikey is another one that's actually kind of well-rounded to a point. He was also an all-star, 80 contact, 80 power versus righties. Lefties, he struggles. He is a catcher. Baltimore, his first year, hit 265, hit 22 bombs, drove in 60. Struck out 125 times. Had how many errors? Only 4 errors on the season, so pretty solid. Arm fielding, reaction was terrible, but still only had 4 errors, so you can't really complain about that. Let's see, who else we going to now? If you guys look through this list, there'll be some real prospects as well. This is the OSFM rosters from last year, or from 18, I guess. Some of these are real prospects, some of these are from my draft for the first year. Trying to find another one here. See, there's Bo. There's Joe Adele. This is the guy that I drafted last year. He's the number 7 on the prospect list. Must say it's a pretty good pickup. See, there's Urias. There's Tatis Jr. Soroka. Sixto. Man, it's a lot more difficult to find my guys, isn't it? All right, we're going to switch it up here. I didn't think it'd be this difficult to find my guy or my dudes. This is Billy Shears. He's on Twitch as Billy Shears. He created a catcher, as you can see, pretty well-rounded, only 20 years old, B potential. So he does have a little bit of growing left to do. Working on contact. Power's pretty good. He should be a pretty good defensive catcher. He is in AAA. And he is on the Braves. It did not get called up last year. Started out as a 63, so he has gained a couple points already. We'll see how he continues. He is placed in AAA right now for this year, so we'll see how he progresses. Next up, we're going to go to Pedro. Boom. Pedro Serrano. Hey. Oh, my good Lord. I swear to God, dude. I figured it out. Wait! Where'd he go? Oh, my God. Did he just get... Is he on free agency? Did he get released and nobody picked him up? No way. Oh, don't mind me. Don't mind anything I just did, guys. Just let it go. Let it go. This is Pedro Serrano. He is on the Rockies. He is in AAA. As you see, he is a he's an okay player. Offensively, he should be pretty decent. Defensively, he's going to struggle. Did not get called up, but his power should be good. Still be potential. Still 19 years old, and he's only 67 overall. So he should be pretty decent as well. Let's go to Dornak, who is It's Smokey on Twitch. AA All-Star. He is 21. He is still in AA for the Los Angeles Angels. Shortstop here. Decent arm strength. Not a great fielder right now. Has some power from both sides. And has some speed as well, so that should help him. Leroy's actually in single A. We're not going to look at him. All right, let's go look at Goon. Zach Goon. He is Goonfella on Twitch. This is his player. He is in AA. He is on the Los Angeles Dodgers. He just got promoted from single A last year, so he will be accumulating stats. Not great contact, but good power. Above average speed, above average defense. He's only 19 years old, so all that's going to get better. He should finish in the 70s or so, 70s or higher in most of those stats. Contact, I'll be curious as to where he finishes. But Zach Goon, 56 overall, started as a 53, so he's definitely getting better after 1 year. So we will see where he finishes up. Next up is D. Rico. He is also on the Dodgers. He is also in AA. Again, more of a well-rounded player. 20 years old, B potential, good contact. Pretty much average the rest of the way. We'll see how he grows from there. He was on AA last year, I believe, so no stat accumulations because he never made it to the bigs in the first year. We'll go to Billy here, which is Cornball Billy. He is also on Twitch, I believe, under the exact same name. 21 years old, 62 overall. He is a third baseman. He is also on the AA for the Los Angeles Dodgers. 3 of our guys are on the Tulsa Drillers here. Good against left-handers, struggles against right-handers. Decent defense. Is 21 years old. It's a little concerning. We'll see how he progresses, how the game progresses him. As we go forward. Next up, Don Kelly. For next year, I'm actually going to keep track of who created who, so I know what the hell I'm doing. But this is Don Kelly. He actually did play in the bigs last year. 156 games, hit 13 home runs, 68 runs batted in, hit 271. Not bad. Did have 19 errors though, just horrible. Because again, he was, which I mean, with that defense too, that's not 9.35 fielding percentage. So a little surprised by that. He did get dropped down to AAA to start this year, so we'll see if he can make it back up to Citi Field. Another player that is on the Mets AAA squad is Kyle Hart. Kyle Hart is also on Twitch by that name. He is in AAA for the first year. He was in AA last year. Very, very, very well-rounded player. Only 19 years old. B potential. 55s or 50-55s across the board outside of bunting and speed. So we'll see how he progresses, how the game progresses, his potential and his stats. So that should be pretty interesting to find out as we go forward. Now we go on to the New York Yankees, who has Eric Richard, whatever you want to call him, on the Yankees AAA. Started out as a 68, so he actually dropped a little bit, which is weird. Played in the majors last year, 123 games, hit 22 bombs, drove in 55, only hit 238. Struck out 151 times, and again, 10 errors. Not great fielding because people are just forgetting about their fielding. So, great power from both sides, below average defense, below average speed. He does have a 3-year deal, but we'll see how. I'm not sure how much better this guy's gonna get. He might just be a perennial AAA September call-up guy. Good power, but can't really do much else. So we'll see what happens from there. Jacob Smith. Got 2 guys on the Pirates. And Jacob Smith is right here. 19 years old, B potential, high, incredibly high contact, low power. One of the only guys to create a player like this with straight contact. Is in AA, did play AA last year. Started out as a 55, so he's jumped 3 points as well from the start of last year. Still 19 years old, plenty of time to go, incredibly fast, low stealing though. But that contact should bring him up here in maybe about 2 or 3 years, considering what the Pirates have going on in their system. Another guy, this is my 2017 RTTS player. This is my creative player. His name is AI Cash. He's 19, 60 years old. I relied on a little bit of contact, a little bit lower power, average defense, average speed. Again, 19 years old. All this should jump up. But I'm curious how Cash will progress as well. He started out as a 57, so he has jumped up 3 spots as well for his attributes. A couple more here. We have a couple on the Padres, but they're stuck in single A, so we won't look at them. Another guy, he is in the Mariners system as well. I believe I put him up to AAA this year. Nope, still in AA. Tommy Twisted, again, an average player. Across the board, really no glaring weaknesses. Maybe a little bit against the left-handed pitching, but again, 19 years old, plenty of time to go, plenty of time to get better. He has jumped 3 attributes as well. So we'll see how he progresses. Specifically for my team, since he is on the Mariners, I want him to progress faster so I can use him. But we will see about that. 2 more to go. We are looking at Grant, who is one of my moderators on Twitch. This is Roussel. He has jumped 5 attribute points since the start of the year. I like how he created this player. Kind of low contact, a little bit more power though. Good discipline, good clutch. Should be a little bit average or above average fielding once it's all said and done. But again, he has jumped up from 61 to 66 for the San Francisco Giants. So we'll see how fast he gets called up. He is 20 years old. His stats are looking pretty good. The last guy is another one of my moderators on Twitch. It is Josh Lawton, the only pitcher that people created. Everybody created a hitter. Everybody. Except for this one. He is in the AAA system for the LA Dodgers. He was gone from a 62 to a 65. His per nines are a little bit low. Stamina is good. Hits per nines are good. Velo and break are pretty solid. He selected a 2-seamer, a cutter, sliding curve, and a split finger as his pitches. He's born in Australia. Jeez. What are you, Peter Moylan? Get out of here with this nonsense. He has gone from a 62 to 65. I'm curious to see how a pitcher progresses, since he is the only one that was created. So those are all of our creative players. I just wanted to do a quick video so we can get some updates. I'll probably do a video like this at the end of every game season so we can see progression and kind of talk about them. Again, the game comes down to about 50 or so days. Once we figure out kind of franchise and how that's going to work, and I'll look at it for a few days, I'm going to open up the player forums to make a player for my 19 franchise. Hopefully I'll get more than 21. I would love as much as possible, and just have a giant list and run through this for the whole entire game season, run it for 20-25 years, however long we can, and see how we progress and see who gets to, you know, awards and all-star teams and MVPs and World Series championships and all that, and eventually the Hall of Fame. So I'm curious, guys, to see how they progress. I appreciate you watching. Look out for my next video, which will be episode 11, which will be the start of season 2 of the Mariners franchise, and it will be the show 18. But again, thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, share it up. Let me know. Look out for the player form for 2019, and let's get 50 to 100 creative players in 19. I love you guys. Take it easy. See ya.